Compared to exponential functions, example 1. A museum purchased a painting and sculpture in the same year. Their changing values are modeled as shown. The sculpture is modeled by the function f of x is equal to 50 times 1.075 in exponent x. And painting points are 0 and 40 and 564.4. Find the average rate of change of the value of each artwork for the 5 years period, and which artwork's value is increasing more quickly. So there are two questions to find in the 5 years and which one of them is changing more quickly. So first of all, let me see here the painting. It means the function here in the ordinate it signifies in the thousands, is dollars in the thousands. F of x is in the dollars, but x-axis are signified with the years. So whatever you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means years, and here 20, 20,000, 40,000, 60,000, etc. means this signifies the dollars. So now let's go here and let's try to find the average rate of the change of the sculpture. The formula for the average changing rate is equal to the f of b minus f of a divided by b minus a. So it's similar with the slope of the function when we find but the slope, for example, if we wanted to relate with the slope, is a y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So now, first of all, let's find the average rate of the change of for the sculpture. And a is equal with a 0 when it started in the 0 year. And b is 5 after 5 years, within the 5 years. Let's say here is a 5 years to know the value. As we see the function here, this is 50 is the initial value. It means when they bought the sculpture, the sculpture cost $50. So f of 0 when they bought it the year 0, in that year when they bought the sculpture, here is a 50 time the base is 1.075, so is greater than 1. The base, it means was increasing according to the model, the price was increasing. We have exponential growth function. So, and here instead of the x, we plug in 0. And what we're gonna get? This is easy to calculate because whatever is in exponent 0 is 1. 1 times 50 is equal to 50. So this is easy, we don't need to use a calculator. 50, and let me write here, this is a f of a. Because when I need this to plug in the formula, I don't have a problem how to find where is the f of a when I plug in this formula here. So now f of b is equal to 5 in 5 years. We want to see after 5 years how much cost the sculpture. Here is a 50, and here, let me write one more 0, almost I forgot. 1.075, 0.75 is here, and instead of the x, exponent x is year is a 5, so is a 5 here, and this is going to be equal. So let me take a calculator, and calculator will take care of it. So now what do we have here? First 1.075 in exponent 5, which brings me this number here. I multiply by 50, and we get the value 71.78. So after 5 years, the sculpture is going to cost $70 and $71,000 because, as we said, this 71 signifies in ordinals, signifies in the thousands of dollars. So it's going to be $71,000, but let's write here f of b. So this is f of b. And now let's apply the formula here, average rate. And let me write the average rate for the sculpture AES. So let me write with this abbreviation here, with this denotation. And f of b, we write 71.78. 71.78, and sign is a minus there, I write a minus 50. F of A is 50. I write 50. And B was a 5. Is a 5 is here. You see B is a 5. And 0, minus 0. And now we are calculating calculator these values. And we're going to find. But already I have here F of B. And F of A is a 50, minus 50. We get this value here. And 5 minus 0 is a 5, so it means I divide by 5 everything. If I divide by 5, I find 4.356. 4.356. As I said before, this 4 signifies 1,000, so the average rate per year that was increased in the sculpture was $4,000. Let me write in the terms of the dollars here. It was a $4,356 per year. So each year, its average was 4,356. Now let's go here and let's look for the painting. For the painting here, I will take this point A here, and this point here B. And the first coordinate here is A, and the second coordinate, the y coordinate, is F of A. F of A. And if we are looking here, the first coordinate in the second point here is a B, and the second coordinate, y coordinate, is a F of B. So this we can apply in the average formula, average rate formula, and we can find everything. So now let me write average rate of the painting AP. So it signifies the average rate of painting. And now let me go here. F of B is 64.4. 64.4. 64.4. The sign is a minus, and F of A is a 40. When they bought it, means that the painting was $40,000. It was cheaper than a sculpture. And here now B is a 5 minus 0. And we look what we are going to get here in this case. So let me take this out, and we have a 64.4 minus 40. I get 24.4, and we divide by 5. When we divide by 5, we get a 4.48. So it's 4.88. 88. So what does it mean? The average change per year for the painting was 4,000. Let me write this dollar sign. I already forgot. It was $4,880. 4,880. And now, to answer this question, which artwork value is increasing more quickly? More quickly was increasing the artwork of the painting, because you see here it was 4,356 per year dollar, but this one was the painting was increasing for $4,880 per year, even though after 5 years the painting was 64,000, and for instance the sculpture was 71,000, even though it was more expensive, because when they bought was more expensive, but yearly more quickly was increasing the price of the painting.